Alright, Sharks fans. So now we're talking a little bit about the NHL playoffs. Sharks have officially been paired up with the Colorado Avalanche, who are the number 8 seed. We are the number 1 seed of the Western Conference, but do not have the best record, which is fine. The one thing that's going to be mattering a lot is if this team has heart, and really it's a mental game. A lot of the times, in the past we've had a lot of struggles. 4 straight years of early exits when it could have been farther. I mean, each year has been lost in its own way, and it's hurt each 4 times. So, expectations are very high here in San Jose, and we're not the ultimate favorite, which is perfectly understandable. The Chicago Blackhawks and the Washington Capitals both have more talent on the roster than us right now. But here are some things to look at in the series. The Colorado Avalanche are a team very young, and they beat all preseason expectations and making the playoffs. So, congrats there. You guys turned a season around from being one of the bottom teams of the NHL into a playoff team. So, congrats, props to the Avalanche for that. You got a lot of kids like Matt Duchene, Chris Stewart, Kyle Quincy. A lot of young guys, but there are some veterans still like Adam Foote and even former Shark Scott Hannon. We got to look out also for their goalie Craig Anderson, very streaky one, but there's times when he's shown signs of spark. And we happen to be a victim of bad timing with when Jonas Hiller was playing goalie for the Ducks. He was pretty much lights out every night, and that's why we got killed, was because of Jonas Hiller's goaltending. We're going to need to see everybody step up, whether it's Evgeny Nabokov, whether it's Dan Boyle, whether it's Joe Thornton, who really is the one who needs to step up, Rob Blake, Patrick Marleau, and then Danny Heatley, who is the guy who's really made a difference for the Sharks this year. All of us fans during the offseason were waiting for a move, and Danny Heatley gets acquired for Jonathan Cheechoo, a second-round draft pick, and Milan Michalek. Heatley has outproduced Cheechoo and Michalek combined, and has almost doubled their stats, which is a ridiculous steal. Cheechoo, I don't think he's even on the team anymore. He was almost cut from the Senators. Right now, also, the Colorado Avalanche are having health issues. I know they're not exactly a hot team like the Ducks were last season. So there's no excuses if we lose this opening round. We really don't deserve anything if we lose. But I do give props to the Avalanche. And one of the big matchups for this specific playoff round is the power play versus the penalty kill. Specifically, the Sharks have a high-scoring offense, as most of you probably know, with the big three in the front. The Avalanche have a so-so penalty killing. They rather mediocre. The Sharks can capitalize on this power play. Statistically, they're supposed to be able to. And, in the regular season, we know what the Sharks have done. But can they play like this when it matters most? And, it's been a very rough time for the Shark fans and Shark faithful in the playoffs. Joe Thornton is this guy that doesn't show up, and Evgeny Nabokov has had mediocre numbers. But will this be the breakout year or not? This really is a last chance with this group of players, because a lot of guys will be leaving in the off season, and there really is no next year with this core. If we want to be contenders again, there's going to have to be a lot of off-season changes if that happens, because this group of players is very balanced. Specifically the bottom six, like Manny Malhotra, even Logan Couture, the rookie, has proven to be very valuable. Torrey Mitchell and Jamie McGinn show some spark. Scott Nickel and Jed Ortmeyer, the two additions in the offseason, very good work ethic. Specifically, Scott Nickel, got to be loving the hard hit he's putting out on the team. But the thing I don't want to see, even though it will probably happen, is the fact that Joe Thornton, Patrick Marleau, and Danny Heatley are put in the front line. Rather than having an ultimate front line, there needs to be a balance. I think one of those three should go on the second line, and at least balance the team out a little bit more. Because the first line pretty much can be well defended by the other team's number one line. And last but not least, we do need Evgeny Nabokov to step it up. he's having a career regular season, but it means nothing in the playoffs if this season is the last with this group of players, including Nabokov himself. We'll see what the Sharks do, but right now, on paper, they are supposed to win this, and let's hope they prove the nation wrong with this playoff monkey that we have on our back. Because this Colorado team is young, and because they're young, they're going to be playing hard every game. They got the energy. Will we see if the experience will matter or not? But Sharks should better capitalize on the power play, and we need to see strong goaltending either way from this young Colorado Avalanche team. So let's go Sharks. You won't see daily videos on every game. I might not be able to make a video, but I don't want to. I'll probably talk when the series is over for sure. Now the thing is, I don't want to end up like these two specific teams when it comes to a banner. So I'll show you these couple banners that are rather useless, and I'll end the video with that. But I'll see you guys later.